Welcome back to the second hour of First Things First. We are live from South Beach as we count down to the World Cup, a full year of soccer, and one of the stars and voices of Fox Soccer joins us yet again, Alexi Lalas. Alexi, welcome.
Hey there. I continue to sweat.
No, you look good.
I have decided, since I will be wearing a suit for the big show tonight, that I will be wearing a thong.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I'm going to do anything I possibly can at this point.
Okay.
Maybe even only a thong. So tune in, 8 o'clock, East Coast time on Big Fox, coming at ya.
That's 8 o'clock. But right now, of
just
course,
got real up in here on First Things
talking
First.
about who has the most to gain in a segment we like to call Most to Gain.
Yeah, so we did this earlier. We're going to do it quicker here for Alexi so he can, tell me how brilliant the list is, I assume.
Yep.
Number 8,
Okay.
the best goal scorer in the world, Erling Haaland.
Whoa. You put him at 8?
Yeah?
The most to gain from a World Cup.
Yeah.
Guy that's never played in a World Cup but is one of the major stars in the world.
Yeah.
And yet has never played in a World Cup.
So you think he should be higher or off the list?
You ignorant moron.
See,
How
I knew he was
dare
going to
you?
do this.
How dare you?
What? Yeah.
Higher on the list. He should be a number 1. Are you kidding me?
Number 1.
Well, you got to see
Number
more
one.
of the list.
All those other guys, I'm sure, and I haven't seen your rest of your
question
list,
marks.
I'm sure they've played in World Cups. I'm sure they maybe even have won World Cups. The most to gain, this guy would be legendary going to a World Cup, let alone winning a World Cup. My goodness,
That's why I
that's
had
the
the
most.
foresight to put him on the list,
Can I ask a
Alexi.
real question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can he actually make a run?
It would be a Cinderella type of situation for him and his team. So, yeah, I mean, I just want to see him there. This is the thing. It's only where you're born, right? It's the passport that you have that ultimately dictates what national team you play for. It's not money. It's not anything else but where you are born and nationality. And some great players over the years have been born in countries that have just not been able to get to the World Cup. We are cheated out of seeing them simply by the fact that they were born in a different country.
On that note, in a weird way, did Luka Modric almost raise, like,
That's interesting.
because if people don't know Luka Modric in Croatia, they make the final last year.
Yep.
They've gone on great runs. And so did that almost remove that as an excuse for other people? Like if he, and I am not comparing necessarily Croatia's total talent to Norway's, but similar.
Well, you have to have a golden type of generation, and
Yeah.
certainly Croatia has done that, and they've actually, expanded that generation, and they're hanging on for dear life when it comes to generation. Erling Haaland is not part of a golden generation. He can't do it all himself, but I just would love to see him in a World Cup and what that would look like.
All right, number 7, Jude Bellingham.
Okay.
England hasn't won since '66. They have had amazing teams. They've had a couple golden generations. They've had great chances. They've had a lot of heartbreak.
That's fair. That should be higher.
Okay, everybody can't be higher, but-
No, it has to be higher, because I don't even know what's in the other ones, and you should already put them at the end.
Okay, well, at number 6, what about this guy, Vinny Jr.? Brazil, after... What's that?
I mean... It's
Go ahead.
Brazil, and they haven't won in a long time,
Yeah.
so yes, anybody. But relative to Jude Bellingham, can you imagine? Look, it pains me to say this, but I would love to see England win. Can you imagine? They would build statues of Jude Bellingham and the others if they were able to, bring it home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's not coming home. But if it were to come home, whoever brought it home, that's the statue they're going to build.
Yeah.
That's a good argument to move him up.
That is a good argument. The flip side is Brazil has won 5. They've been from 50 to 02. They were basically in the finals or semis almost every year. And the last 5 World Cups have been nothing but devastation. This guy can change that. He's number 6. Number 5, Mbappe. Stacked team. He's the all-time goals leader in World Cup final history.
But what's he gaining?
Legendary status.
He's already a legend.
Greater legendary status. Number 4.
Well, I have a question about Mbappe.
Okay.
Did Mbappe's star dim at all just from the PSG to Real Madrid move and then have PSG win Champions League, where it's like, oh, we're actually kind of
but
better
everybody
without
that
you.
wasn't there is kind of looked at like that. Oh, they had all the stars, and then they won it without the stars. Now, I mean, and Mbappe's not the problem at Real Madrid. He came in, he was worth every single dollar that they paid for him. He scored a bunch of goals, so it wasn't his problem.
And is he still in the best player alive?
Yes, absolutely. Even with Lamine Yamal and everything, he's going to be
Still the
there
guy.
for a long time.
We had a big debate the other day about Yamal versus Mbappe, the best player in the world. I was saying at 17, it's hard for me to think Yamal's the best player in the world, but obviously in the discussion.
That's why are you bringing in the ageism over here? Why? A 17-year-old can't be the best player in the world? He's the best player.
I don't
Lamine
know how
Yamal is the
many
best
times
player in
I've
the world
seen it.
right now. He just happens to be 17 years old. He's not a 17-year-old that's really, really good. He's not a 17-year-old who's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world right at this moment.
Wow, that guy sounds
I'm throwing
amazing.
sweat all over the place.
I wonder.
You guys shouldn't drink this coffee anymore, okay?
With everything you just said about Lamine Yamal, I wonder where he's on this brilliant list. I bet he's super high. Number 4.
Great call.
I just told you.
Number 4, Christian Pulisic. Now that's another guy I'm sure you're going to say is going to should be higher.
Never heard of him.
You've got everyone
Next.
should be higher. Number 3, Messi could go back to back and would become the undisputed greatest soccer player of all time.
No, it's always going to be disputed, okay? What do you mean? It's always going to be disputed.
If you are already, by a lot of people, considered the GOAT, and then in your late 30s go back-to-back in the World Cup.
This is the most to gain. What is he gaining? It's fractional. It's this. He's got another World Cup. Okay, he's won a World Cup.
That goes through
a lot
history.
of people believe he's the best
Number
in the
2,
world.
Ronaldo. The only thing he's missing. What's your problem with this?
Yes, I'm okay, okay? But some of the other ones are just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, did you really do this?
I did it.
You said
it's great.
They asked you to do this.
Most people wouldn't have even included Haaland. You're saying I should have had him higher, but most people wouldn't have even had him on the list.
Was this like Grok or like was this
no, it was
AI
not
type
AI.
of thing that
No,
you generated here?
AI.
How is this?
It was not AI. And number 1, Yamal. Pele 2.0 faces soccer, billions and billions of dollars.
I just told you he's the best player in the world. He's 17 years old. What does he have to gain?
If he wins,
World Cup for
what if
Spain.
he wins?
How about that? I mean, a teenager leads him to the World Cup. All right, so your list would be Bellingham, Haaland, and both at 1.
No, Haaland, then Bellingham.
Uh-huh.
Then I would put Christian Pulisic.
Okay, so I was close.
Then I would put Vinny. Then I would put Mbappe. Then I would put
you still have Mbappe.
Cristiano. No, I put Cristiano ahead of Mbappe. Sorry. So Cristiano's right around Christian Pulisic. There we go.
Basically the reverse.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
He hates the list. Can
Exactly.
we redo most to lose and I can put Alexi number 1?
No, Alexi, if you went off the board, not just rearranging, who do you see not on this list who has a chance to really either become a star or increase their status or legacy?
The answer is no one because it's a great list.
No, it's a good list in terms of personalities, and for what AI could generate, it's perfect. So that's
God.
good. So, you guys had mentioned, I think, when last time you went through this, that this is just players, because I think Pochettino has as much to gain and lose. By the way, he'd probably be with both of them.
Yeah, just players. Do you have a player in mind or no? I thought Dembele could have a chance to.
But again, the most to gain for me is somebody doing something that we didn't expect or hasn't been done in a long time. That's why I gravitate to England. Like, for Harry Kane and everything that he's done, for him to lead England finally back. But I don't want England to win. I never want England to win. It's so much fun making fun of England. So, by the way, next summer, if you have nothing to do, come and make fun of England. I mean, that's fun. That is a full-time gig because they're so insufferable. I love them, but they're insufferable.
Can I ask you another one? Yeah. And then, sorry, Brendan, I'll pass it to you. If Pulisic is 1A,
okay,
who's going to be 1B on this team that is going to capture the American imagination?
Tyler Adams. We were introduced to him at last World Cup. Just a wonderful player, but also as good a person. There's a maturity about him. The game changes when he is on the field in terms of the decisions that he makes. He's gotten better and better and better. There's some injuries, but he's a guy I think absolutely would be important. And anytime the U.S. men play in a World Cup, goalkeeping position is something that is an opportunity there. Right now, Matt Turner, who played in the last World Cup, has not been playing a whole lot. And so I'm worried about the goalkeeper position. But if either him or somebody else were to come along, as a U.S. team, you're going to get shots. You have the opportunity. We remember Tony Meola from the days, Tim Howard from the days, Casey Keller, Brad Friedel. The list goes on and on and on. I would love to see a goalkeeper come to the fore.
Ronaldo on the list, number 2, to try to get his first World Cup. What do you think at 41 years old are the chances of him doing that and then him also playing at a high level?
Well, I think he's playing for a very good Portugal team right now. Maybe it's not as good as Argentina, and that's not a swipe at Messi, but the reality is that Messi has played with Argentina and Cristiano has played with Portugal, and I don't think it's on the same level in terms of national teams. Now, they won the Nations League the other day, which was good. I heard you talking to Stu Holden earlier in the show, and, I think he hit it on the head in that there is always going to be this debate as to, are they better with him? but they cannot take him off the field. They made their bed. Roberto Martinez, the coach, when he came in, he had a perfect opportunity to say, hey, we're going in a different direction. Yep. No, he didn't. He doubled down on Ronaldo. Ronaldo's out there. He's starting for better or worse. So far, it has been for better. And can you imagine at then 41 years old for him to go and win with Portugal? That would be something phenomenal to see.
So we know he's in. We don't know for sure if Messi is in. It seems like it's leaning yes. They are the defending champs, and the bookmakers give them a real chance to repeat. A, do you give them a chance to repeat? And B, if they were to go on a run, would you envision Messi being a big part of that?
Yes. I think that this is the last go-around for Messi, and the fact that we get to see him in his new backyard, if you will, here in the United States, and what he's done for MLS, I think that's going to be fun. It's fun to see any team try to repeat. We also know how difficult it is. You're going to have everybody gunning for you. You're that much older, but I mean, you don't put it past him playing every single minute, playing every single game, and once again starring, like I said, here in the United States. That's going to be fun, and what he has meant to the sport, especially over the last couple of years coming over, playing for Inter Miami.
So we talk so much in the NBA Finals, certainly when we see the NFL schedule come out, the value of home court advantage, which the United States will have a lot of. You've played, obviously. I think we have some video of some of your highlights. No, you look awesome.
Lots of hair ago. You
look awesome. Do you think, like, the crowds, are we at an advantage, or is it just going to be so, everyone's going to be euphoric that it kind of evens out?
I think that there will be a groundswell of support. I think it will be maybe a slow burn over the year, but I think that people, one of the great things about the World Cups is it brings people together. It unites people, especially around the flag. We've seen it in a ton of other sports and a ton of other circumstances where Americans like to rally around the flag. We can be divided on a bunch of different things out there, but when it comes to sport out there and our team that it represents our country, a lot of people, want to show up and they just want to have a good time and cheer for their country. The interesting thing about the United States, because of our populace, there will be a lot of home teams. There will be a lot of, domestic teams. Uzbekistan just qualified for the World Cup for the first time. I think there's 50,000 Uzbek Americans in the United States. The U.S. played Turkey the other day up in Connecticut, packed with Turkish fans. Packed with Turkish fans. So I think that there is going to be a United Nations type of response when it comes to the fan base. Great. I just want to make sure when the U.S. steps on the field that it is that home advantage for us.
You mentioned earlier when you were on the show about the growth when the World Cup was here in '94. The growth of soccer in the United States since then. Do you see potentially something similar happening with us hosting it next year?
Yeah.
A similar type of growth?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sitting here with you fine gentlemen today because of the 1994 World Cup. I lived the power of what it can do to an individual. It changed me forever. And to be fair, also, it changed the sport. And so did 1999 with the Women's World Cup. And we can have the same type of effect in 2026. And many, many years from now, when I'm long gone, there might be a boy or girl that's saying, wow, that summer in 2026, that changed the way that I look at soccer through the lens of the World Cup. That's what we want. That's legacy type of stuff.
We kind of glossed over it. Before you go, one last question. I want to go to the guy who I had number one, maybe erroneously, in Yamal. Because Brew asked, can he be? And you just said, yes, he can be. For people that haven't watched Spain, obviously this is his first World Cup because he's a kid before that. What makes him special? Why is he at this age this good, and what type of player is he?
So a couple of things. One, fearlessness. For a player that is that young and relatively inexperienced, he's not scared of anything. And I don't think it's like naivete or just dumb fearlessness that often comes with young people. He just takes players on and believes that he is better than them, faster than them, more skilled for them. Now, when you're looking at on the field, he sets up in the off wing. So here's some more hockey references, right? The off wing, he is a left-footed player. He sets up on the right-hand side. He wants to go inside to his preferred left foot, and then he can either pass the ball or he can take the shot from long distance like you're seeing right here. So if you're a defender, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to push him outside. Problem is, he's really, really fast, and he's really, really good. And even when you push him outside, he can get around you. So it's a double threat right there. But that inside move going onto his left foot, just watch for that on a continual basis when you are watching Spain. They will get him the ball, they will isolate him, and then he will take you on, hoping to get inside on that left-hand foot, oftentimes curling the ball to that far side for goals, or like I said, diming other people's out.
Excellent. Alexi, thank you very much. We'll see you
brother.
all
You really
year.
want to shake my hand?
See Alexi 8 o'clock tonight on Fox, the 1 year to go party. Alexi,
There
thank
we
you
go.
very much.
Me and my thong. Bringing.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.